Forgiveness, the first step. All you have to do is ask. That is your part. I ask that forgiveness set me free, and meditate on that and offer that up and allow that. That is a call to the Holy Spirit. That is a call to the higher self, to the presence of God that knows there is no harm. You are saying, I ask that be remembered. I ask that forgiveness set me free from the world I see. If you are still believing there's a problem out there in the world, you're not there yet. You're not. You're still in elementary spirituality training, which will lead you only to a dead end. And you need to get to that dead end. I needed to get to that dead end where I finally said, oh, you mean what's out there in the world, the suffering I see is the suffering in me? That doesn't make sense. And today it makes total sense. And it's my complete job. It is my calling. And I pray to God it will become your calling, because what the world needs is more people who are willing to go, every problem I see is here. And how does that heal? Through forgiveness. So we ask. We ask that forgiveness set us free. The second thing you do in the forgiveness equation is you don't repeat the story. Stop entertaining it. Stop giving it breath. Stop talking about it at lunch. Stop agreeing to victimhood. You're not a victim when you are sitting in the center of God, which is all power. You're only a victim to it because you agree with it. That's the only thing. So forgiveness breaks the agreement and it will begin to dissolve it. But every time you go back and retell the story, you're reopening the wound. You're once again committing to that instead of God. Now, there's a caveat. If the story is really not fully expressed through the feeling body, because that is part of our healing, forgiveness will lead you to the right book, to the right therapist, to the right emotional release, to whatever it is to set you free. If you've moved through all of that, that's when you go, this story's complete. It's not serving anyone to repeat it. So I'm done doing it. If you feel like it needs to be repeated to have that final release, get with your practitioner, get with the minister, get with an amazing therapist who can hold the space for your divinity. So you can just tell that story and kick and scream like a 2-year-old having a tantrum on the ground. Have your tantrum. Move all the way through the feelings and then declare it done. And then here's the third part. So first part, I ask that forgiveness set me free. You invite it, you ask. Second part, you don't repeat the story, because you repeat the story, you end up back in the hole. The third part, when the story comes back to mind, which it will, don't feel bad about that. That's a call to go back to step one. I ask that forgiveness set me free. You do it over and over and over. And this is one of the great confusions out there. People, I hear it all the time. Well, I thought I forgave that. Well, I thought I already took care of that. I already forgave. I already did the forgiveness work. Well, I also went to the gym last month, but that's not going to sustain me. I think I should go back to the gym 2 and 3, 4 times a week if I want real change. So if you want real change, you do forgiveness like going to the gym. You do it every day. You do it for a minute or 2 in the morning and then evening and in between. You let it be done unto you. Trying to do forgiveness alone is like walking down the street and falling down a 30-foot hole and then beating yourself up because you can't climb out of the hole. Of course you can't climb out of a 30-foot hole. You know this. So what do? You yell out for help. And someone walking by hears you, they drop a ladder, you climb out. That's what forgiveness does. Forgiveness is the ladder that gets dropped down to lift you out of the problem, out of the belief that you're separate, out of the story that the suffering world is out there, and into the center of responsibility, which is the world I see is the world in me. And everything about this world that is less than God is simply to be placed on the altar of forgiveness. And how do I do that? So simple. I ask, I stop talking about it, I stop giving it attention, and I ask again, and I ask again, and I ask again. Forgiveness is done when you feel like, did that happen? Was that a dream? I'm so in love. I'm so in love with myself. I'm so in love with that person. I'm so in love with the world God is showing me. Is the other one even real? That's where forgiveness takes you. It takes you into a mystical way of seeing where you see with vision, not with your five senses. There is a whole God's world that's here for you, but you've got to lay down the suffering world. You will never solve the world's problems if you don't solve them in your mind first. And that's what people don't want to do. They don't want to go, the world I see is the world in me. Every part of it. Every part of it. You know the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, where Adam falls asleep. And this is where the story where the rib is taken, blah, 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 blah. But what is not shared and what is misunderstood is nowhere does it say Adam awoke. So to me, a way to look at this story metaphysically is Adam, your thinking nature, your oneness with God, you fell asleep to that. And you have yet to reawaken, to remember you reside in the Garden of Eden, where nothing bad has ever happened to you. You will meet this day. You will meet this moment where you yourself go, oh my God, that was all made up. And that I have found is through the practice of forgiveness. Asking, not repeating the story, and then asking over and over and over. When a broken story comes into my mind, it's simply a call. I ask that forgiveness set me free. I ask that forgiveness set me free. I ask that forgiveness set me free. I'll do it like a mantra, and I'll just loop it until I feel the story go pop. And then I can again look at the out in the world and see the green trees and see what's here now, which is beautiful and fine. Okay, God has got you. God created you from itself. God didn't create you with a little bit of a part of you that is other. That's impossible. It's an impossible scientific equation, math equation. It's an impossible spiritual equation. So when you are ready and willing to say, all that I am is God, and everything else is a lie, then you can rise up to playing the forgiveness game. And it will work, I promise you.